Hey, good morning. Good morning. Jesus is Lord. The Word works. We're going to get Jairus' daughter healed after all these days here. See, Jairus, the ruler of the synagogue, very important individual, had come to Jesus and made a demand on Jesus' ministry to come and go with him because his little daughter was at the point of death. She was very sick. And he said, if you'll come with me and lay hands on my daughter, she shall live and she shall be healed. And Jesus left the multitude to go with the one that had faith. I've said this all week long. He's going to show up at my house because I got faith. And I believe he's going to show up at your house because you're going to make a demand on his power and use your faith. Well, after they were on the way and the woman with the issue of blood got her healing, Jesus said, don't change your confession now. Then they went on. So let me read this to you because I want you to get, there's some real significant points here. So then after they'd gone on, after he spake all this, he suffered no man, verse 37, to follow him. Now there's a multitude around him, but he didn't want the multitude. He only let Peter, James, and John. Let me make sure I read that right. He suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James and John, the brother of James. Now, today people say, I want everybody to pray for me. Jesus didn't need everybody to pray for him because Jairus had made a demand on his power with his words. So getting 4,000 more people to pray for you is not going to help you at all. If you make a demand on God's power and you release your faith by saying, because you've heard the word and you're going to Jesus and you release your power by saying, you don't have to tell the whole church or the prayer circle or whatever. In fact, they'll do you more harm than good. Numbers is not what gets the job done. It's faith in God that gets the job done. So he didn't let anybody else go with him. Now, when they come down to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, he seeth the tumult. Now they're having a funeral party because the little girl's already died. Now watch what Jesus does. And them that were weeping and wailing and greatly. And when he saw, when he was coming to the house, he saith unto him, why make you this ado, and weep? For the damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. Well, they all knew she was dead, and they was having a party. Now watch what he does here in verse 40. And they laughed him to scorn, but when he had put them all out. When the religious people are laughing at you, put them all out. When the people that think they got to have 4,000 people to pray, put them all out. And when they say, you are an idiot, put them all out. Jesus didn't need their help. He had the faith of Jairus, and he had his faith, and he had said, don't let fear come in now, only believe. So he put them all out. Now, after he had got all them out, he taketh the father and the mother of the damsel, and them that three, Peter, James, and John, that were with him, and entered into where the damsel was lying. Now watch, there is an important phrase here. So he let nobody go in but those five, and he entered in there, and he took the damsel by hand and said, didn't pray for her. He said, now it's written in the Greek here, Talitha kumai, which is being interpreted, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. So see, he didn't pray. He didn't cast out the spirit of death. He didn't ask the prayer team to pray. He didn't ask everybody else to pray. In fact, I'm going to tell you this. You get everybody else to pray, they'll probably hinder you more than if you didn't have anybody praying for you at all. And then straightway, watch, instantly after he said what he said, based on what Jairus had besought him greatly, saying, then he simply said to the damsel, I say unto thee, arise. And straightway the damsel arose. She obeyed the spoken word, just like Jesus obeyed the spoken word, and my body obeys the spoken word. And I say to my body, you're healed by the stripes of Jesus. I say to my body from time to time, he sent his word and healed you. I say to my billfold, you're full and running over. I say to my bank account, there's lots of money in there. And every time I meet a UPS man or a FedEx man driving down the road, if I'm going that way, I say, yeah, y'all just go ahead and stop by the house and leave a box of money. I say it because your faith, which is your gift, is released by your saying, and Jesus didn't let Jairus say anything other than what he said to begin with. Let me turn back over there and read it because I want to get it. He said to Jairus, when Jairus came to him and besought him greatly, saying, watch what he said, my little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, he made this huge request, come and lay thy hands on her, and she may be healed, and she shall live. That's verse 23. Now, the end of the story, Jesus said, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. And instantly she arose and walked, for she was about the age of 12 years. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. Faith doesn't come by seeing a miracle. What you see when you see a miracle is astonishment and amazement. Read the New Testament. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. Faith doesn't come by seeing God do something. Somebody said, oh, you know, if God would heal old Uncle so-and-so, it'd cause faith in the church. It would not. It would cause amazement and wonderment. The only thing that's going to cause faith in the church is when the church hears the Word. That's why it's so important for me to preach the Word. Faith for you to receive is going to come as you hear the Word that I preach, not by seeing some other kind of miracle. Now, we saw that, and I went through that so that you'll get that. And he charged them, Jesus charged them, verse 44, that they wouldn't tell anybody else. Why? Because he knew that faith for healing came for everybody else the same way, and that's by hearing the Word of God, not by hearing about a miracle. Hey, I got to go. Your faith is strong enough to get the job done, be it unto you according to your faith. So until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember all day, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.